What's good, Gil? Xingkazma here, and today we're going to be going over some of the closed beta results for the global closed beta for Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis, the different stats and the things that they're going to bring up today. I'm actually really excited to see this because there were a lot of questions that were on my mind, and they did one for the JP closed beta, and knowing, you know, the numbers that were in the JP side of things that I don't think we really talked about for the global side of things. I think the JP side actually had about like 170,000 players that they wanted to cap at. I don't necessarily know if that was the same for the global side, although I'm very much hoping, but we'll find out in this. If not, that's fine. Excuse me. As always, be sure to go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button to help support the channel. It really helps us out, guys. But for now, let's go ahead and get started. So about the play status and survey results for the NGS closed beta test. We would like to inform you about the play status and some of the survey results from the closed beta test. Thank you very much for participating in the closed beta for NGS, and we are able to test the entire game system, verify the server communication load, and more. Thank you again. So from the closed beta information, we see that as far as class levels go, 60% of the players were either level 10 or lower, 29% of players were either level 10 or higher, and only 5% of the player base, which we still don't know the number of like what the actual peak was only 5%. Now this I kind of saw coming. Considering the first 2 days we had a lot of people play, the servers were practically full, especially on the first day, and it was really hard to even move from one place to another without thinking that you were going to get your spot taken or you were going to get kicked into the title screen. So as far as players getting, 66% of players getting to, level 10 and below, or even this much getting to level 10, very much expected. As far as players getting to 15, I don't know if this means with both subclass and main class or just main class. I'm hoping it means just at least your main class. This is still an impressive number. I don't really know. I know we had enough to where we were worried about ship 2 being full. It actually was officially noted as crowded somewhere within like the first 2 hours of the beta. So this 5% is still a pretty big number regardless. Now as far as battle power goes, and I know this was something that was, this is crazy that the battle power is about the same, and I think it really says something about, the people who level up getting a certain amount of battle power in a way. I don't know, but lower than 950, excuse me, percent of the players, wow, my brain went really stupid there for a second, but 66% of the players were 950 battle power and lower, with 950 or higher going to 22% and 1050 or higher going to 12%. Now I do know that there was a campaign to get a certain amount of battle power at the time, so for 12% of the player base to be hitting 1050 it's actually crazy, especially because I think that kind of means, in a way, even somewhere between 950 and 1050, players were level 15 and still having like a significantly lower battle power in a way. So we'll see. Again, I'm not entirely sure how this plays out between. I'm trying to see like if I can scale the amount of players that leveled up versus the amount of players that have a certain battle power, and my brain is just trying to be like, okay, so if you hit like this level, what's the expected amount of battle power you should have by then if you're getting the respective drops throughout your playtime. But like I said, we'll see as we dive further into this class ratio. So here's the part that's really interesting to me. 23% of the players in the New Genesis beta played Hunter, with 10% playing Tector, 12% playing Force, 15% playing Ranger, Fighter is 19%, and Gunner is 21%. And I think Gunner was to be expected, simply because we had a lot of people from other genres of video game, whether it be Destiny or any other MMO shooter, looter shooter, or whatever, was coming into the game, and Gunner was a very appealing looking class. Gunner kind of reminds me of, if you remember back in the day, we had El Sword, and there was a character named Chung. Chung was this super dude with a giant cannon on his back, but he had 2 pooter shooters. It was really great to see. So seeing Gunner hit this percentage was great. Seeing Fighter hit the 19%, to be expected as well, because Fighter was a really well fluid class. Now I do I didn't expect more people to play Force and Tector, but I do know some people had more problems with Force, though. I do know like Mark and Imakuni were both playing Force at the time as well too. So I mean, it's not that big of a difference. Like a 2% difference, really not that great. Ranger, I honestly expected more people to play Ranger, considering how many people were playing Ranger in PSO2 when the game first came out and during the closed beta. I expected Ranger to be a little bit more. So down below it says around 30% of the players reached level 10 with a 950 or more battle power, and many players participated in the urgent quest. That's really good to hear. You know, people got to try out this urgent quest firsthand, test some things out, really see how the game kind of caps off that level, and caps off that, you know, that power creep, you know, or not power creep, but that power cap of, you know, power checking each other, making sure that people are up on certain gear. And I really do hope some people saw the difference between like their first run in urgent quest versus their second run. I know for a fact my first urgent quest run, I was able to get it done. We got it done in like what, 10 minutes, but then I was able to solo later on just by upgrading gear and whatnot. So as for class ratio, there tended to be slightly more players using Hunter and Gunner and slightly less players using Tector, which, yeah, because a lot of people really wanted to use Tector, Force, Ranger, and whatnot. So to see people really hop on Hunter of all things, was really interesting, more than even Gunner, Force, Tector, Ranger, or Fighter, whatever. We were able to confirm that all classes were played without any major bias. How are they able to confirm that? I know damn well they didn't ask me. I don't know. I was definitely biased. I told myself, look, if I couldn't get my gunblade, I'm going to go throw hands on everybody. And I literally meant I'm going to pick Fighter. I'm going to throw hands with the world. I got what I wanted. To avoid a specific class becoming overused, we plan to continue making updates post New Genesis launch. That's going to be great. You know, we have some classes that may come out being stronger than others. We had that in PSO2 for a couple of times, you know, whether it be like when Hero got its buff and everyone started going Hero, then they had to buff other classes and everyone started playing other classes, and then they buff Hero again, everyone went back to Hero. It's kind of like a little cycle there, but it's good to see that they're going to be making necessary updates and patches to the classes as we move forward. Okay, closed beta test survey results summary. So the closed beta test days, 47% of the player base actually played on the first day, with only losing 7% of the player base on the second day, and then 13% on day 3. And we did really notice that, you know, 47%, that's a big number that really filled up block 2. That's almost 50%, so that's almost filling up block 2 and then, or ship 2, and then filling up ship 1. We only had 2 ships, so ship 1. We were on ship 1, excuse me. So that's filling up really most of ship 1 and then some of ship 2, to the point where we probably could have hit a 100% if there were more people on ship 2, or just about the same amount of people on ship 2, right? More than 50% played over 2 days, and many people participated in the test every day, and that was really cool to see. You know, at least being able to see so many people give PSO2 a try at the least. And I hope even with the game's launch, the people who are looking into it, downloading the benchmark right now, which if you haven't downloaded the benchmark, make sure you go ahead and check in the comments below. Go download that baby, make your character beforehand, and then you can actually play the game without making your character when it comes out. We have a whole day for you to get that done. You can even test how the game will run on your PC just by running the benchmark test. But like I said, down and below, go get it downloaded, see where you're at. I would love to hear about your scores. So moving on, about the content that was rated particularly well in the survey: character creation in Salon. Now, you know, this resonates with me so well. I love making my characters in PSO2. I think it's like probably one of the best things to do in this game. I love looking good while kicking some butt, so I'm going to be happy to read this. We received high ratings in general, but the character visuals and models received especially high ratings, with 90% of the responses being very good or good. Post-launch, we will be releasing outfits that everyone will be satisfied with. So please forward to it, huh? English, hello. Anyway, regardless, the outfits that they're going to be releasing with New Genesis, they also look very appealing. You know, so Swanee outfits, some beach outfits, and more. We're also getting emotes now, like as far as, you know, move emotes. So we're getting the photon dash. We're getting some emotes with that. Photon glide emotes, swim emotes. So that's a little something extra to add that we didn't really have in PSO2. All we really have were emotes, accessories, camos, enhance, and then just regular outfits, costumes, whatever. So this is really good. At least they're upping the ante a little bit on what we can expect from the game, and they're not just kind of copy and pasting the same fashion treatment, you know. In-game graphics, fields, and enemies receive especially high ratings, with over 90% being very good or good. Fields that were unavailable during the closed beta test, such as West Alio, Halfa Lake, Banford Laboratory Ruins, will be added by launch. So please try them out. We'll definitely be doing that. I didn't actually go watch that video that they posted with like the little bit of gameplay from there. I want to be super excited. I want to have full on, you know, just joy when I see these names for the first time. So I'm really looking forward to hopping to these places. I do know specifically Halfa Lake, or Halfia Lake, excuse me, I'm saying it wrong, was one of the, is it Halfia Lake or Lake Halfa? I thought it was Lake Halfa. Now my brain's weird. All right, y'all let me know. All right, so I was actually really happy to see that this stage actually does not have enemies that spawn during regular hours. Now, depending on regular hours, I don't know what they mean. We'll find out. But it's a good place. It looks like a really good place to go and take some screenshots, maybe look at the terrain a little bit, check out the extensity of how the game looks. You know, you can really immerse yourself in the game's environment, what it has to offer as far as design, and then with a nice character fashion or like a good group to take a photo with, it's always good to see, you know. New elements for PSO2 New Genesis. The new actions Glide and Photon Dash receive high ratings, with over 80% being very good or good. Furthermore, regarding Glide, by the launch, there will be a different looks for Glide, such as MTN Glide, Rappy, or that's the Rappy Glide where you're like kind of flapping your wings. It's pretty cool. Included in the Start Dash Rappy Pack. Regarding the details and release of the Start Dash Rappy Pack, please see the previously streamed New Genesis special program, which I will also put in the description below. So be sure to go ahead and check that out as well, guys. About the opinions received in the survey about the inventory menu and other interfaces. All right, so multiple things were pointed out by the inventory menu and other interfaces regarding solutions for the inventory menu and other interfaces, including problems caused influenced by other interfaces. It is expected that it will, excuse me, that looked kind of weird. Look at if, but it's really it will take some time for such measures, as we intend to proceed carefully. We are very sorry for the inconvenience, and as for your understanding, that's totally fine. That ensures me that they're going to be working on these just to kind of make the experience a little bit better. With that, PSO2, I say take all the time you need. About effects, there were comments that the effects were sometimes too bright. Yes, oh my god. And then the sounds, all I hear is Gunner. I just don't want to hear Gunner. Like, allow me to turn down Gunner. Like, have a specific option right there that just says shut Gunner the up. That's all I want to see. That's all I want to see. Don't even let the Gunner type in chat. Just completely silence Gunner mains. No offense to Gunner mains, I'm sorry. For effects, we are considering if features such as the option setting reduce some lighting effects from PSO2 can be implemented. Excuse me. Great, that's great. Solutions will likely take some time, so we ask for your patience. You have it, PSO2. You have me. That's all I want you to know. About the frequency rate for the appearance rate of gathering minerals. Okay, there are many comments that were a few minerals. Okay, regarding limit breaking and unlocking potentials that use minerals, the plan is for the limit breaking and unlocking potentials to be done gradually over play. Okay, so we believe that the current appearance rate for minerals is appropriate. We ask for your understanding. Woo! I don't know if you got that one, PSO. I'm sorry. With the amount of weapons, the amount of time that it takes for some of those minerals to reappear, and everything. I don't know if y'all really got my understanding on that one. I'm going to take a leap of faith here. I'm going to trust that there is a system at work that we just don't know about, that we just didn't have in the closed beta, that may be there in the full game. Again, I'm just going to take that leap of faith and hope if it does not change, it'll be talked about, of course. If it does proceed to be a problem when the full game releases and more people talk about it, then hopefully PSO2 will just see the issue and make a change. You know, nothing's perfect. We all need some time to go and do more things. So I'm taking a shot. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So moving on, about other contents for the survey, about the survey results for each class. For all items in the survey, very good and good reached over 50%, and we believe players enjoyed the advanced actions of PSO2 New Genesis. We are making adjustments to the cancel timing of weapon actions for the launch, so please enjoy further improved battle actions, which I'm all good with. PSO2 has proven to be very good with changing the way that the game is played. As we saw from PSO2's original episode 1 up to episode 6, the game changed drastically in the way that we play, the way that we see things, especially with adding things like the Scion classes. So I have a lot of faith in them wanting to, you know, take things slow right now and then slowly improve as we move on. About post-launch play, about 90% of players answered that they want to play PSO2 New Genesis. That is huge. That is huge. I was hoping for at least 90% on this one. When they asked that question, 85 would have been okay too, but 90% is huge. 90% of 100 and what was it, 70,000 players that JP wanted. If they kind of took that number and mimicked it for global, I'm just going to use that as my variable right now. I know it's probably not true, but again, I'm just going to use that as my variable because I don't know how much they anticipated for NA, right? Or for global, excuse me. So to see 90% of that and people just gave it a try and said, yes, this is something that I want to play. That is beautiful, you know. Post-launch, we will continue to make updates to meet player expectations, so please continue to support PSO2 New Genesis, and you know I will. You know I will. Regarding the closed beta test participation rewards, players that log in, oh, this is for you guys. Players that log in by July 7th after the New Genesis launch will be eligible for the closed beta test participation rewards. For details about the participation rewards, please click here. And we're actually going to just like look this up now. So okay, so the participation rewards, of course, the participation rewards, testers who fulfill certain conditions will be eligible to receive special in-game items. The participation rewards will be distributed after the official launch of PSO2 New Genesis. Pretty much all the stuff that we know. So we'll be getting the clinging wrappy earring, which looks amazingly cute. It's like him just nibbling on the earlobe. It's kind of cute and weird. And then we have the Ash handoff and just like kind of passing the torch over to New Genesis Ash here. We're going to get that one accessory, that one stamp. The requirement is that you beat the suppression of the boss enemy Noglyph during the closed beta test period. If you reach level 10, you will receive the clinging wrappy earring. If you reach level 10 with one class, excuse me. And then you will get a 50 SG ticket. Campaign rewards for using the personal shop in PSO2 New Genesis. Purchase and sell once in New Genesis personal shop during the closed beta. Pretty much you receive a 50 SG ticket. For reaching the battle power of 1050 in New Genesis, you receive 100 SG. Campaign rewards for using the material storage in New Genesis, you receive 50 SG and the Ash standoff stamp. And then for the survey reward, for those who completed the survey, you receive 100 SG tickets. So honest opinion about the survey, I thought it was done really well. I enjoyed the last two surveys they put out. The one was talking about future things that they wanted to do with this game, and I have a lot of faith that they can get some of that done. And this one was basically just, you know, asking us how we felt about New Genesis. It didn't go too much into things, just kind of asked the border questions. You know, I don't want to say anything about a game I don't know too much about. You know, I don't want to over speculate, so I'm trying to keep myself from over speculating too much, because then it's just going to put ideas in heads and put us in places we don't want to be when it comes to how are we feeling about this certain topic. Especially when it came to the minerals respawn rate and whatnot. I really hope that it is something different in the game that we just aren't seeing during the beta, you know, and it's just something that we can definitely be okay with once we get into the full game, and we're just like, oh, you know, this isn't that bad. You know, PSO2 definitely got it here, and if it is, we just talk about it, we do the necessary changes, and we just go on with our lives. Again, I will be playing PSO2 New Genesis. I will be very happy. I know in my last video, when I was just kind of wrapping up about things, I did say that I would not be able to stream New Genesis on launch date. That has actually changed. So for those of you who do not know, I will be live with Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis at 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Maybe a little bit sooner, depending on if I wake up. But I know I'm going to be on for about more than 24 hours. And I'm going to be ready to play with you guys, to play with everyone, as many people as I possibly can. For those of you who have not already liked and subbed to this channel, make sure you go like at least one video, like this video, and then go sub to the channel. And if you have not already, please go follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Xingkazma. Come join in on the fun, experience some New Genesis with us, ask some questions, learn the game, and become a part of a great community. There's a lot that I plan to do during the game, more videos to come, but for now, this is Xingkazma signing out. Until next time, and may your guiding light shine.